Hello, mates! Welcome to Budgie Gaming. I'm your host, Finley. Are you a fan of retro-styled platformers with an adorable pixel art design? Good, because I am too. So that's why I'm excited to review Candylands Journey. This 2D platformer can be found on all platforms, including PC for $9.99, or $7.99 for the Xbox if you buy it before September 3rd, and $7.99 for the Switch if you buy it before September 5th. The developer and publisher, Sometimes You, were kind enough to send me a review code for the PS5, so a huge shout out to the team. If you enjoy seeing me doing reviews before a game releases, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's a huge help for my channel and will be a huge help for me securing more reviews before a game's release date. Alright now, the game starts off at the Magic Academy, where you'll complete the tutorial. At the end of the level, you witness a witch stealing the magic crystal. It's here your character decides to go after the witch to retrieve the magic crystal. Throughout your journey, you'll travel across 15 locations, such as meadows, rivers, caves, castles, and more. The levels are cute, colorful, and look great with the pixel art style. And for the most part, each level has its own unique aesthetic. Throughout each level, you'll be collecting small jewel pieces, gems, and hats, defeating enemies, and finding jigsaw puzzle pieces. Jewel pieces are all over the levels and are easy to obtain. When you collect 100, it turns into 1 gem. There are a few spots to collect gems in each level, but these aren't nearly as common as the jewel pieces. The most common way you'll collect gems is through these little puzzles in each level, where you have to hit certain color buttons to control a device from point A to point B. If you succeed, you receive a gem. At first, these puzzles are simple since there is a diagram showing which color button moves the device in which direction, so you really can't mess up. Later in the game, it gets more challenging by removing the diagram or making it hard to see which color the buttons are, which, again, you can't mess up, but it takes a little more time to figure out. I preferred the more challenging puzzles, as the easy puzzles were a little too easy. Keep in mind that these puzzles are optional, so if you don't feel like doing it or find them too difficult, you can run right past them. Now you're probably wondering what is the point of collecting jewel pieces and gems. Well, it turns out that is the game's currency. You use the gems to buy new spells, refill mana for your spells, or buy hats for your character. There are a total of 8 spells in the game that range from elemental spells, such as fire or ice, or more quirky spells such as shooting out bunnies, frogs, or bats to defeat your enemies. You'll also use the elemental spells to collect the puzzle pieces, which I'll get into later. Now, I already mentioned you can buy hats. The hats give your character special abilities, such as the ability to jump higher or run faster. There are some that do odd things, like make your character glow, but as far as I could tell, it didn't benefit your character in any way. There are a decent amount of hats, but honestly, once I found the hat that makes you jump higher, I didn't bother with any other, as this is by far the best hat. I should mention that you don't always need to buy the hats. Most enemies are wearing one, which you can pick up for yourself after you defeat them. The enemies aren't very difficult, but there are spots where you'll most likely die, mostly due to there being a high volume of them, and sometimes because it's hard to see the enemies since they blend in with the background. Luckily, this doesn't happen very often, and dying has very little consequence in this game, since there are checkpoints and the levels are short. I will say I was a little disappointed with the boss fights. There are 3 of them, and they were all very easy as well. If you die, the fight starts off exactly where you left off, including the boss's health bar. Being easy isn't necessarily a bad thing, just be warned if you're looking for a challenge. Now, finding the jigsaw puzzle pieces, I felt a little mixed on how this was handled. There were levels where I didn't collect the puzzle piece on my first round, so I decided that I would finish the game and go back to collect the puzzle pieces. Turns out, you cannot do that. In order to fight the final boss, you have to collect every puzzle piece in order to summon her. Now, this isn't a major deal since it is a short game, probably running close to 3 to 5 hours depending on how much you explore. But it was kind of annoying how it seemed the puzzle pieces were just a side collectible, but in reality, the puzzle pieces are a mandatory collectible. It's also not a major deal, since these are easy to find once you have the elemental attacks needed to break the walls that are shielding the puzzle pieces. But that leads to something else that was a little annoying. The game doesn't tell you anything except the controls. I had no clue you could pick up hats from fallen enemies. I couldn't tell what spell I was buying in the shop. I was just buying it based off of the little symbol. I didn't even know if it was a spell I was buying or if it was something I had to buy multiple times, like an item, or if it was something you only had to buy once. I didn't know what ability each hat had when looking at them in the shop, and like I mentioned earlier, I didn't know the jigsaw puzzle pieces were a mandatory collectible. So yeah, you'll be figuring some stuff out in this game on your own. Even with those negative aspects, I still enjoyed my time with the game. None of the issues are game-breaking, and I still think it's a pretty relaxed game. If you enjoy 2D platformers, I think it's worth trying. Alright now, let me know down in the comments below if you plan on picking this up. I'll leave links down below in the description if you want to purchase it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, take care mates.